Hey, pre-notification gang. Coming along great, Rip. Happy 4th. Thanks, Recent Vampire. When's the next Moist Esports match? Rocket League Major is this weekend, actually. But today we had Hotashi and Just a Kid in can opener. And Hotashi's in another tournament right now. He's fucking grinding Street Fighter. It's actually it's amazing to see. It's awesome. Thanks to the resub Eddie, Torile, Nero, Lalo, and Harley. And Knob. And Shady. And Feel Bad. You light any fireworks? No, I did not. Do I have a favorite feud? That's a good question. There's so many incredible ones from back in the late 90s. I wouldn't even know which one to choose. You can't go wrong with any of the feuds from the 90s, to be honest with you. Things resub Forever, Milk, Boyman, Hammer, and Tier 1. Rikachu in the gift sub Thon. And Tier 1, Sabatoon. Bitsfern. And Tier 1, Angel. What's your favorite movie you've seen this year? I don't even remember what's come out this year for movies, if I'm being honest with you. I don't remember what movies were 2022 and 2023. Time is all over the place. Spider-Verse would definitely be up there, but I'm trying to think if there was anything like earlier this year. Oh, John Wick 4 as well. Was that this year or last year? This year. Yeah, so John Wick 4, Across the Spider-Verse. I don't think there's anything else that's even to that level. Thanks to resub JDM, Purple, Catastrophe, Ghost Girl, and Tier 1 Burrow. Yeah, it's a different root carp. That's unrestricted. Oh, I think Gran Turismo is going to be good, yeah. Your stream is doing that 1 second freeze thing right now, is it? Thanks for 5 gift subs, Burrow. Thanks for resub, Spirit. You reinstall OBS yet? I actually totally fucking forgot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do it right after stream tonight so I don't forget again. Thanks for resub, Matthias. The gift sub, Odin. Yeah, I saw the fireworks war inside the mansion. That shit's crazy. He's a prime Ralphie and the resub Bryn, Ichi, and Wet and Crazy. Would I play Fireworks Simulator? I've never even heard of it. Sounds boring as shit though. Hold on, quick text message. Thanks to Receptive Apathy and Flux. And the bits Groovy and the resub Tetramino, Lolborg, and Lee. The animals don't like fireworks, but they're doing okay right now. Tiana's got the TV cranked up real loud. See the subway billboard making fun of the submarine situation? Yeah, I did. That was an interesting idea. Thanks for some sporadic and Woods. Oh, you guys didn't see this? Here, I'll pull it up real quick. This was the newest Subway ad. Well, for a local one. Not like an entire new Subway motto. It's just one franchise. Thanks, resub Rip in Comet and the Bit Soul. And the resub DJ. No, this is apparently a real thing for the whatever subway this was. They got in trouble for it. Unsurprisingly. It's a pretty wacky idea. There's a resub Crunchy Town, Hunter in the Prime, Wizak, and Bits Groovy. Twitter whining equals trouble? No, man. What? It's not just Twitter whining. That was just a picture I pulled up from the articles. There's like 10 different articles written about it, and the owner or whatever was forced to apologize and everything. What do you mean? Yeah, obviously the franchisee got in some trouble. Like, you can't just make fun of, like, death as a business owner, right? Like, I feel like it'd be pretty obvious. To promote your business, you wouldn't be like, well, at least no planes are crashing into this building. Never forget. Like, you're always going to get in trouble with that. Easy resub Weed, Michael, Dagger, and the Bits Staley. Oh yeah, I heard they announced a Blade Runner game. I didn't know they released a trailer though. This is 5 days ago? I thought this was like brand new today.
Lots of people lost things in the blackout. I was lucky. I just lost the job. But now, they want me back.
So is this a AAA game or a small studio project?
Picking through the pieces.
Because this looks pretty impressive.
In places that
like visually, that is.
That's where you'll find me. Searching. In the land of the dead.
It's Annapurna, so big budget indie game. Cool. Would love to see some gameplay though. Thanks to Prime Michael and the resub Gamaz and Lee. That's fucking amazing to hear, Jay, and happy 4th. Thanks to resub Hunter. Annapurna, so the gameplay is just going to be hold forward. I don't know enough of their games. Thanks to resub Young. They did Stray. Oh, Stray was so good. I loved Stray. Thanks to the resub George. Which one's Star Wars Eclipse? They have like 5 different Star Wars games coming out. That's the David Cage game. Ah. Thanks to resub Slayer. I'll definitely give it a whirl. Thanks to resub George. Thanks to resub Beefy. Is David Cage the biggest weirdo in gaming? He's up there. He's definitely up there. I don't know about the biggest weirdo, but he is a high-ranking weirdo, for sure. Thanks to resub Feel Good. Thanks to resub Rooney. Didn't his studio get accused of a bunch of harassment? Well, he himself got accused of most of the harassment, not even really his studio. And then in defense in court, he said all the women in his games are whores, and then started dropping slurs. The dude's unhinged. He's a Prime angry. And the Prime salty. The Gearbox squirt guy is pretty weird. Randy Pitchford. Randy pitching a tent to Cam Girls Pitchford. That's the boy. downloads porn onto a flash drive and leaves it at the Medieval Times restaurant. Yes, sir. He's a bit static. That's the Souls-like game, right? And the bits balls deep. And the Prime Mr. Who. And the resub jelly. And the resub Sidekick and Prime Phineas. Of course I've seen Pro Cornhole. Thanks a bit, Aaron. Did you watch Money in the Bank? No. What are you referring to? Are you talking about like the WWE match or something else? Oh, you are talking about the WWE match. Oh, then no, I didn't watch the most recent one. The way you said it made it sound like it was the title of some new movie or some shit. Why watch WWE when there's MWL? Well, the thing is, WWE is like filler in between MWL matches. So I understand. Right now, MWL is operating at like once a month because it's a lot to get it off the ground and get all the sets ready and get the rings all. Like, our ring's still not even fully built yet. Thanks to resub, Distorted, Tempest, and Samuel, and Nuclear. And the 10 gift subs, Tempest. Thanks for that. Thanks to resub, Raider. Any big news for the esports teams? Rocket League majors this weekend. We'll be watching. Watch party here. Matt and Danny are going in person. These are the bits Dowland. And the resub Worthington. How are the Apex boys doing? They're doing very well. They 6-0'd 100 Thieves today on contest. So today was a very solid day. I think they got third in first block, second in second block, I think. So scrims have been going well. Thanks for resub Jazzin. And the Prime dead. What do you think about AMP having a fireworks war inside their house? Yeah, shit is wild. Like that's some shit you dream about as like a kid, but it's so unbelievably dangerous that you never actually do it. And they did it. It's pretty cool. Reckless, dangerous, but it is cool. Thanks to Prime, Hina in the resub, Criblo, Aaron in the bits, Phineas. That's kind of cute, Phineas. Yeah, maybe. Thanks to resub, Rel. Have you seen any Sword Art Online abridged? No, I have not. I haven't watched abridged content in a long time, actually. Exhibits Ghost, they're doing alright. Thanks to resub clowns. They had voluntary firemen on standby. Didn't know that. That's smart. Wouldn't volunteer firefighters wouldn't exactly save you if you got like blinded by a firework to the face or blew your fucking fingers off or anything. But it will help if the house caught on fire. So that was smart. One quick text message. Okay. Would you say Halloween or 4th of July is more dangerous? What makes Halloween dangerous? Like the drinking? Because 4th of July, there's always people killing themselves with fireworks. The stuff put in candy. I can't tell if you guys are memeing, but I've seen so many people say, like, stuff put in candy. Do you guys actually think that's real? I actually just made a video on this, like, a couple months ago. That's never actually been a real thing. It's rare. No, it's not just rare. It's legitimately not a thing. I think here, you know what? Before I get the stats wrong, I just made a video on this like not even 3 months ago. So like the poison candy and the razor blade candy myth started a long, long time ago. I think it was in the 50s actually, or somewhere in that general ballpark. And then they paid close attention, and throughout the entire recorded history of candy monitoring, there's only been one case, and it was a sketchy one, this one, in 2022, with the razor blade found in the Long Island Girls Halloween candy. But the reason it's so sketchy is because it seems like it could have just been planted here as fear-mongering, so not legitimate. So it's rare. No, it's not just rare. It literally has never been a thing. And then there was one case, I believe, of a family doing it to their own kids, if I remember correctly. God, I need to find those articles again, or just watch my own video I made about it. There's a whole Wikipedia page on it, but there were some better articles that really dove in. And it was the 80s, not the 50s. Or, I'm sorry, the 70s, not the 50s. Thanks to resub Carla, Diaper, and Dormant in Tier 1 Jack. No, I still haven't been asked to come back to the Hunger Games yet. Yeah, Tetris 6. Thanks to Prime Coat and the resub Wolf. Yep, I know the Y files. No, I never heard that at all, Arrow. Jesus Christ. That's terrible. Look up Ronald Clark O'Brien with the pixie sticks in the 80s. That's what you're talking about. Is that who it was? Was that his name? Ronald Clark O'Brien. Nicknamed the Candyman. 1974, he did potassium cyanide laced pixie sticks and poisoned his own son to claim the life insurance. Okay, so that's the one I was talking about then. Yeah, so he did it to kill his own son, but then ended up giving it to his daughter and then her friends. But they didn't eat it. This guy. Yeah, Inscription's a great game. I love that game, actually. How do you get life insurance on a kid? I have no idea, actually. Thanks, Resub Joe. People were cheering outside the prison when he was executed. Huge. It's very common to have life insurance on a kid. Is it? I thought life insurance was mainly for like in case of like a widow situation or something. So that way you have money in order to like provide for yourself and get like back on your feet. Whereas a kid, it's not like the kid was the one providing the money for you, right? But maybe I have a very rudimentary understanding of what life insurance purpose is. It's usually to cover funerals and bills. Ah, gotcha. Thanks to Prime Frostbite. How often do you think families kill each other for money? I can't imagine it's that common. Thanks the bits, Phineas. And no, that's the first I've heard of that, Phineas. Chat seems to think it's very often. I don't know, it just seems not efficient at all. Like, I feel like every time someone does a murder for insurance, they're caught pretty easily. Well, easily might not be the right word. They're caught eventually. There's a resub silver. Granted, we only hear about the ones that are caught, to be fair. True. That is true. What's the most famous case of it happening? Recently, Alex Murdaugh. No doubt. Thanks, resub Swift. Did you see the NBA is adding a mid-season tournament? I did not see that. I'll look it up, though. Man, my typing speed tonight is fucking beautiful. Actual lightning. This seems interesting. Why, though? The league will be divided into 6 pools of 5 teams apiece. I feel like the only reason they're doing this is for sports betting, unironically. Gives you a whole new avenue for sports betting. I really feel like that's the whole motivation here. This feels fucking worthless. But maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be a good tournament. I don't know. But this seems kind of worthless. Thanks the bits, George. Winners get 500k each. That's great for the players, yeah. I'm just saying, as a spectator, this just seems like a diet playoffs, and winning this means nothing. Thanks, a resub, man. Thanks, a resub, flight. Someone said there was a bag of cocaine found in the White House. Well, yeah, of course. It's not the first, and it won't be the last. I tell you that much. Thanks, the Prime Tatsugi and the resub Shadow. It's Hunter's? Well, I'm sure it is. But like I said, it's definitely not the first bag of cocaine in the White House. Thanks to the resub noodle. And there's going to be lots more bags of cocaine in there too, but we won't hear about them. Thanks to the resub twisted. Why don't they just check the cameras? I have no idea, man. I didn't even bother reading the story. I saw the headline earlier and I was just like, yeah, that sounds about right. Why is this even a news story? It's not a fucking mystery. Thanks to resub Ethan. I did not see the new sub 17. I'll check that out later. Thanks to the gift sub static. I don't know. I might try the G4 speedrun. I don't know how hard the tricks are, but they are cool. It is like legitimately a cool speedrun, so I might. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 coming tomorrow? Oh, I didn't know it was tomorrow. That's great. Thanks to gift sub static. Are you gonna fly to London? For Moist Apex? No. I guess I'll talk about it now. I mean, there's no reason to keep it a secret. We were going to rent out like a theater and do a live watch party kind of thing. We thought it'd be like a fun idea, as like a community thing. Everyone gets together and does like the watch party with us. We thought it'd be like an interesting idea as well to try and help Moist Esports actually like do things better than other orgs. But we couldn't get it to happen, and now it's too late for any of us to fly out to London for it, unfortunately. But we will eventually do that for majors. Evo's next month, do it for that. Yeah, we were thinking either Evo or the God, what's the major after that? I can't remember now. There's one more major after that in September. Thanks to resub done. No, Rocket League's this week. Worlds, thank you. Worlds is after that. Thanks to the Prime Toast. Thanks to the Prime diaper. Oh yeah, the new Insidious is this week. The movie looks fucking horrible. Insidious 4 was terrible, and the new one looks absolutely awful too. But it's this week, so that'll be cool. These are some Coco, Pantler, and Gris. And Explosive. Twitch always fucking shows this trailer. Do they? I don't think I've seen this as an advertisement yet. Why is that guy in every horror movie? He just likes horror movies. I don't know, man. I'm not his agent. What's behind the red door? Nothing but bad reviews. Nice. Thanks to the resub, sire. I am looking forward to Hades too, for sure. Thanks for some Mario and Cammy. Have you been following the FTC drama? What is the FTC drama? The Federal Trade Commission? Is this the, Oh no, I haven't seen anything about this. FTC wants to ban fake product reviews and warns AI could exacerbate the problem. No, this is the first I've even heard of this drama. Faux 5-star and rave reviews of less than stellar consumer goods can boost businesses' profits while deceiving consumers, according to the FTC, which has proposed a rule to crack down on businesses that buy, sell, or promote phony user ratings of their products. Generative AI tools such as ChatGPT, which can write human-sounding but bogus product reviews, threaten to compound the problem. New technology could enable bad actors to generate significantly higher volumes of fake reviews in order to generate unearned interest in their products. Hey, W move from the FTC, actually. This is a great thing to target. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Thanks, Resub Dubsy. You'll get no complaints from me here. Yeah, how is this drama? I have no idea. Just talked about that slick. Yeah, I'll moist meter Barbie and Oppenheimer and Insidious. I moist meter most new things that come out. First I've heard of that game, Azure. He's a tier 1 fisher. Haven't played in the last 2 days remains, so I'm still at the same spot. Adam 22 situation. Oh yeah, that's been all over Twitter. I don't think the way he's handling that is optimal. I'll just say it. It's a head scratcher. So I know on their podcast, the whole format is they bring on porn stars and then Adam and his wife fuck them together. So it's like very just porn everything. And apparently he's letting his wife do porn with other men now without him being there. So everyone's like, this is cuckoldry. This is cuck behavior. So then he made a post saying, I watched the video of my wife getting fucked by this other guy and I thought it was hot. If that makes me a cuck, then so be it. Which is legitimately like the textbook definition of cucking. And I guess he didn't really like that much, and now the way that he's going about it is like leaning into it. So he's making posts like where he's having other men take pictures with his wife while he looks like really sad, or he even did like a meme where the guy that fucked his wife and him collaborated to make like a meme out of it, which I think is so odd. But I mean, if it's what he wants to do, that's totally fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I just think that's probably not the right way of handling it. To like lean into it is kind of weird. I don't think there's a whole lot to gain out of it. He's a resub monster in Coco. Why are you anti-cuck? What the fuck? I just said if he wants to do it, go for it, man. It's totally his prerogative. It doesn't bother me. I'm just saying the way he goes about, like, the people making fun of him is very odd. It's very, very odd. He can be a cuck. You can be a cuck. Anyone's welcome to be a cuck. I don't care. That's totally your choice to make. I'm not your fucking dad. You do what you want. I'm just saying the way he's, like, handling the drama from it is just a weird play. It's self-destructive. He fucks girls left and right, so the double standard is weird. Like I said, that is the whole format of the podcast, where him and his wife have sex with other women. But I really think if he just didn't make that post about, like, I watched my wife have sex with this guy and found it super hot or whatever, I don't think it would have even been, like, an issue or anything at all. Like, I don't think anyone would care. It's just the way that he went about it, like, afterwards was just kind of a weird decision, I guess. Yeah, it was a Twitter post he made about it. He's a tier 1 Nikolai, the resub Elijah. But again, man, if it's what makes him happy, by all means. I just think making memes out of it is weird. Using his wife as like almost a fleshlight prop. Like he just keeps doing memes about his wife having sex with other men, which I don't really understand. I know she leans into it as well. I don't know, it's just weird to read. Like, one of the interactions they had on Twitter is she took her wedding ring off for the porno with the other guy, and then he made a post like, or she made a post talking about, like, I don't understand why anyone thinks it's weird I took the wedding ring off. It would be more disrespectful to get fucked by another guy with it on, I think. And then he replied, like, I, you can have your vagina rearranged by other men all you want, but I draw the line at the wedding ring. And then she's like, no, I would never let that wedding ring touch another man's penis. And I said, I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing to lean into. Why not just, like, enjoy the fetish, like, on your own privately? Just seems odd to really go hard leaning into it. You're such a normie. Brother, you can let your girlfriend get fucked by 1,000 dudes, let the train get run on her by the entire football team. I don't care. All I'm saying is I think the way he's leaning into it is just odd. Like, it just seems self-destructive on purpose. Thanks to 2 gift subs, Nikolai. Thanks to resub Sunrays. In tier 1 space. No, I didn't do anything for the 4th today. Just kind of hung out. Exit Prime. Poseidon. And the resub Icy. Why do people get so defensive about their fetish, man? Again, you can be a cuck. It doesn't fucking matter. Holy shit. You don't have to get... That seems like insecurity now from your part. Be a proud cuck at the very least. I'm not insulting your fetish, man. If that's what makes you happy, I don't care. You're a fucking adult. Go for it. Stop melting down about it. All I'm saying is leaning into a bunch of memes about your wife getting fucked by other guys seems like self-destructive behavior for some reason. Or on purpose for some reason. That's it. Be a cuck. Be proud of it. I don't care. It's entirely up to you, man. Thanks to resub Wolf and Cloak. Have you tried the new League 2v2? Oh, you talking about that new PBE game mode? It looks really cool, actually. I don't know if it's enough to get me back into League, but it does look interesting. Let's give some booze. The boat skip was killing distortion earlier. Well, yeah, that's a really difficult trick. This shit is brutal. Have you seen... No, I haven't seen that on Netflix, not yet. Thoughts on Meta's Twitter? I don't think it's going to do very well. I think it's going to... It's called Threads, right? I think it's going to crash and burn. He's the resub. Main man. No, I still haven't even started season 3 of The Witcher yet. I gotta be honest, I don't know if I'll watch it or not. I just have no motivation to watch it. Like, it's already announced Henry Cavill's not even coming back for season 4. Like, it just feels kind of worthless. Here's a Prime JN. Here's some Cherry. Yeah, I already saw the solo leveling trailer. Thanks to Resub Wood. There's some Cherry. You think Logan Paul is going to try and make a scam MMO next? No. He's got a fat contract from the WWE. Prime's $1 billion brand. I think what he's going to do is just lay low on the internet entirely until he needs to market Prime. I don't think he's going to take any other, like, brand deals or try and pump anything else. Thanks, Resub Hippie. Is Star Citizen coming out at some point? Finally? WWE doesn't pay well, I thought. Where'd you hear that from? Everything I've ever heard from the WWE is that they actually do pay out the ass. Most of their shit is internally with Vince McMahon. Like all of their really shady shit. Let me see. I've always heard that it pays really well. I don't know how trusted this article is, but according to this, Brock Lesnar is the current highest salaried athlete at 12 mil a year, and then Roman Reigns is second at 5, which actually is kind of surprising. I would have thought Roman Reigns would be a lot more than 5 mil a year. 5 mil's still a fucking ton, but Roman Reigns is like the guy. AEW is the only one that pays well, and most people are getting 10 plus with travel and hotel expenses paid for. In the AEW? Thanks for 5 gifts, sub Sleepy. They got pockets like that? Let me see. Here's the highest paid AEW athletes by comparison. The number one as of late 2022 is Dean Ambrose at 6 mil a year. And then Chris Jericho in second at 3. But again, I don't know how reliable these websites are. Thanks, Resub Sebastian. Highest paid AEW athlete gets paid 10 root beer floats a year. It's fucked up. These are solid contracts. Ooh. Here's a breakdown of like average salary contracts. So average non-superstar contract in the WWE is $75K a year. The average in the AEW for non-superstar is $30K. And then Impact Wrestling average salary per year non-superstar is $15K. Holy shit, that's less than minimum wage. There's a gift sub deal. And the resub producer and Seb and Joseph. There's the resub. Jorah. Do you pay your wrestlers well? Yeah. Well, since they're not like contract employees or anything, they don't have a salary. It's just when they perform, we pay them. Things at Prime Arkosh. So we don't have like an average salary or anything yet. None of them are contracts. Just per performance. Things at Prime Random, and usually just whatever they ask for. I don't even know why I said usually. So far of the 3 matches we've done, it's just been whatever they ask. When's the next wrestling event? Hopefully soon. We've got 2 wrestling events that we're ready to pull the trigger on. It's just one of them needs our ring to be finished, which it's not, unfortunately. And then the other one requires a large set, which we're still having to get permits for. But once either one of those is ready, we'll have the next one filmed. You more excited for Barbie or Oppenheimer? Oh, Barbie, for sure. Like, legitimately. That movie is starting, like, international conflict because of that one scene that they had of the map. And I just think it's going to be an absolute, like, fun, bad movie. Sad that each MWL video gets less and less views. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, that's a very niche thing. And especially with the shit that I do. It's like a niche of a niche in the things that I do. But it's super fun. And I think the content fucking slaps for it. So that's fine. Yeah, I saw the new Attack on Titan trailer already. Thanks for the gift sub deal. And the resub asterisk. Sorry to hear that. For what it's worth, I don't play ads on stream anymore. I'm still under Twitch contract. I'm just legitimately not running ads or doing any of that anymore. Haven't done that for like the last like 5 months. So if you're getting ads, it's because it's the Twitch piped ones through a pre-roll. And there's nothing I can do about it. You do during P break? Nope. Haven't in a long time. Thanks a gift sub deal. Aren't you violating the contract though? No, the contract is if you don't fulfill the obligations like ad requirements, you just don't get paid for the contract, which is fine. I'm really hoping we can just amicably terminate the contract so that way I can try YouTube streaming pretty soon. But it's been kind of radio silence for like 2 months now. I'm gonna give sub, or the bits sab. And the resub Poogie. And thanks to the resub Daft. And the resub Pixel. And tier 1 Raijin. What's the worst movie you've ever seen? Like actual garbage? I've talked about this a lot. I made a whole video on it, but here, I'll pull it up again for you. This is still, in my opinion, the worst film I've ever watched. Well, obviously, it'd be my opinion. The worst film I've ever watched. Yeah, this one. No, it wasn't fun bad. It was legitimately miserable. Like, actually miserable. And yeah, I watched it earlier. Goodness. Evil Dead Rise was miserable too. I actually liked Evil Dead Rise. What didn't you like about it? It was a fun little bottle movie. Bullets of Justice. You'll be blown away. I doubt it. Thanks to Raid Laxi. Hope you had a good stream. Thanks to resub Blob. How would you pitch a Moonfall 2? What do you mean, how would I pitch it? I can't even pretend to understand where Roland Emmerich wanted to take Moonfall. I wouldn't pitch it. I just love for it to exist. There's a resub. Light. Have you ever been legitimately scared during a horror movie? Yeah, of course. Made a whole video on that too. The first horror film I ever watched was One Missed Call, which is one of the rare movies with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a fucking stinker. But it was the first horror movie I saw and I was legitimately traumatized. Actually fucking traumatized. There's also an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark that fucking haunted me. Is this how you spell his name? Shia LaBeouf? No. Oh, Nightmare Room. Nightmare Room. That's the one. This episode of Nightmare Room is basically Chucky, but different. So Shia LaBeouf gets his soul stuck in this doll. And it fucked me up. It was horrifying. Because my mom had like a little doll of me. I think it's like one of those reborn dolls or some shit. Which is already a scary fucking name. Like, especially after watching The Nightmare Room. Sounds like your soul be reborn into the doll or something. And this episode is about that doll, and even Stevens here, Shia LaBeouf, getting trapped in it. And I was always so scared. So fucking scared about that happening. There's a Prime Goose. Do you still have the doll? My parents still do. I made a video showcasing it a long time ago. What did I call it? Did I not? Man, these fucking titles go so hard. What did I call it? It's like 3 years old now. What was the name of it? I thought it was the scariest thing I owned, but I guess not. The fuck was it? Your titles suck. Tell that to the one that said, "This is so scary, I peed myself 20 times." That's a great title. What was the name of it? What did I call that video? Thanks for 5 good subs, Rod. Good to see you. Hope you had a good day. Oh, it was scariest thing from my childhood. Yeah. God, that thing is still scary. Ugh. But yeah, after watching The Nightmare Room with Shia LaBeouf and having this doll in my closet, it actually kept me awake. So Nightmare Room and One Missed Call legitimately terrified me. Never watched Sinister? No. That movie actually looked pretty good, though. Yeah, Hereditary is my favorite modern horror movie. I think Hereditary is like the only actual exceptional horror movie of the last decade. Until the last 10 minutes. I hate the last 10 minutes. It's such a fucking cop out. Thanks to the resub. Cardino. Tell it? What, the ending to Hereditary? No, I won't spoil it. But the whole movie, I'll tell you this much. The whole movie, Hereditary, is a slow burn, tension builder, fucking edge of your seat, unnerving. And then the last 10 minutes, it becomes the most generic horror movie schlock. Like, complete with just, like, jump scares galore, like, banging heads on walls, all the tropes, all at once. It was so disappointing. The theater started laughing. I said this in the Moist Meter too when I made it. The theater started laughing. And another thing that made them laugh even harder is one of the horror jump scares was a naked man came out with his wiener flopping around. Like, they really blew it at the very end. Everything up until the last 10 minutes of Hereditary was great. Thanks to Resub Salazar, Vital, and Grobby. Smile, Conjuring, and Hereditary are some of my favorites in recent memory. Smile was fun. I did enjoy Smile. I don't think it's like a great movie, but it's a fun one. Which is surprising considering how embarrassing the trailer made it look. But it ended up being a fun movie. That was actually pretty creative sometimes. Barbarian was good. I just don't know if I'd call it a horror movie. Barbarian's not really a horror movie. Annihilation was very good. Definitely not horror, but I did like Annihilation. Have you watched From? No. Never even heard of that. My favorite is Conjuring films. Oh, you basic bitch, you make me upset. They're fine. I actually don't hate the Conjuring franchise. They're okay. I actually still remember in The Conjuring 2, I went to see it in theaters with friends, and there's a scene where they're walking through like a flooded basement. It's so goofy. They're walking through a flooded basement, and you're expecting a jump scare at any moment, but it's not coming. And then they eventually just look down into the water, and there's like an old guy, and he goes, "Ah!" It was the wackiest jump scare ever. But yeah, I think the movies are okay. Unfriended is underrated. Is that the one about like the Facebook girl? I think it is. Oh no, this is the Skype horror movie. Mediocre. What's the Facebook girl who kills herself? What movie is that? It's this one. No, it's not. This is the movie that's filmed all on Skype, isn't it? Oh, no, it is. It is this one. Wait, no. This is the one that's. Wow, this has the same fucking plot as the movie I'm talking about. I totally forgot that this is what this was about. What the fuck? What's. It's a different movie. Friend Request. Thank you. Friend Request is the one I'm thinking of. Wow, this had the exact same plot. I'm not even kidding. These two films had legitimately the exact same plot. This movie, though, if you had said this one's underrated, I'd give it to you. This one's not good by any means at all. But there was one scene, Tiana and I saw this in theaters a long fucking time ago. And there's a scene where basically the premise is this girl kills herself. She's also like a devil, so she releases like a plague. And they gave her like this really weird makeup where she looked like the scary maze girl jump scare, which is out of The Exorcist. And there's a scene where for some reason one of the main characters is in like some kind of vent. And then right next to her is just that girl's face just sitting there, and it's not even a real jump scare, but it's so goofy, and it actually got me. I was like, what the fuck? This is so stupid. I was like, Jesus. So I still remember that scene. I wonder if that's on YouTube. It's a pretty cool scene. Do they still do that where they do like clips from a movie all over the place? What do I even type in for it? Vent? Probably not. I don't even know what I'd type in for it. What if I just do like scene? Oh, they have the whole ending here, which is fucking terrible if you can believe that. Hacking Facebook, don't really remember that one. I'm not gonna look around for it too deeply. It's a wacky little movie though, that nobody remembers except me, I guess. Thanks for some Cubs, Sleep, and Tier 1 Sauce in the Prime Tanner. The bits Jake and Remains. Yeah, I seen that Remains. The resub Spud. The best horror movie is Jack vs. Lanterns. Man, that sounds like shit. I've heard of Green Inferno. I haven't watched it though. Thanks to the Prime. Baggins. Have you seen the tall guy jump scare from It Follows? No, I still need to see that movie. I've heard good things. I actually might watch that at some point. Everyone says that this movie is very good. How the fuck you didn't see it? I don't know. I didn't see it. Thanks the resub rude. Do you think the new Texas Chainsaw movie is fun bad? Yeah, for the most part. Thanks to the Bits Vigilante. No, I didn't watch that one, Vigilante, but I do remember when it came out. And the resub Adam. You still have your Aang statue? Yeah, of course I do. Aang's a prime shield. Would you act in a horror movie? I already have. I was in a horror movie. I'd love to be in more. You could bill me as the next Patrick Wilson. I'll be an expert demonologist and we can have a whole little cinematic universe around it. Though I don't really want to be the lead. I'd rather be like the sidekick. The lead is so much filming and so much memorization of lines and shit. I'd rather like a lighter load. So you just have me come in as like the ace in the hole. Like, we really need crack shot demonologist. I don't know, what's a cool name for demonologist? Zane Bigsby. And then I'd roll up in my, like, 1967 Chevy or something cool. I've got my EMF reader out and I'm ready to go to battle. Thanks to the resub genetics. Oh, and thanks to the raid, Sneaky. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good stream. And the Bits Vigilante. I was an extra in a fun bad movie called The Bloody Man. I don't even think I can look that up on YouTube. I'd get some toss shit. I don't think I'd find your movie. What a great title though. The Bloody Man. He's a bit sleepy or sleepy. That would never happen. People should put too much faith into that kind of team up happening. No shot, Sleepy. Thanks to the bits, Phineas. Sounds great. Let me know if it ever gets greenlit, Phineas. Thanks, Resub Ventus. You a fan of Goosebumps? I was. Thanks a bit, Shepard. I am Shepard, yeah. Thanks, Resub Neeson. Have you seen the movie Mama? I think so. No, never mind. I haven't seen this. I've seen the clips though. This used to get promoted on YouTube quite a bit. Thanks to the bits, Kylo. Mama was that shit. I don't know, man. That sounds hard to believe. They used to always fill, like, when you went to like a horror movie trailer, you'd get like mama clips. So I've seen like the ending. Well, I won't spoil it, I guess. Can I pull up any scene at all without spoiling, I wonder? Probably not. But it looks really goofy. Thanks a bits, Vigilante. The resub, Brian. That's a good idea, Vigilante. I was the main character in a terrible Amazon music video. Which music video? Like, was it an Amazon production? Yeah, I know the movie Demonic. Did you ever watch Clown? Oh man, this movie was such ass, yeah. Cloyne. The word clown, comes from the ancient word of cloyne. Not many Thrax. I've been in Hunger Games, Last of the Grads. What are the other, like, bigger movies I've been in? I think that's really about it. I want to be on the Twilight series, man. I want to be cast as something in there badly. I think I'd be a great werewolf. Thanks to the resub. Angle. I don't know, Angle. I'd say just don't get McDonald's. What movies have you wanted to be in but didn't get to? Literally all of them. Like every movie that ever gets made. Brother, I want to have like a crazy IMDb list of the stupidest fucking roles in some of the worst or biggest movies ever. I'd love that. I don't ever really want like a lead role or anything. No, I don't think I'm a good actor by any means. I actually think I'm fucking terrible. But I think that's half of the fun. He's a vibe gives sub sauce. But you stole Hunger Games? Yeah, I know, and look what happened. I got snubbed. No, first I've heard of that. Corporate. You should take acting lessons and land huge roles as a joke. I'm insulted you say I need to take acting lessons. They just need to be willing to take a chance on me. God damn it. Thanks to Prime class. Depends on what you like, Thrax. Thanks to give sub Camden. I had a random situation where I had to fight IMDb to take me off a random bad movie I had nothing to do with. Well, hopefully they obliged. I love Street Fighter 6, yeah. Thanks to resub Jacob. Then do Street Fighter, Thrax. That game's great. Why would you need acting lessons? Exactly. Oh, also, Andrew, if you ever hear anyone on set or anyone at the office ever saying, like, hey, this production might need another actor, feel free to slip my name in there. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm a flex pick. I could be a role player, whatever they need. Thanks to Prime Matrix. And the bit sodden. You could be the sex scene guy. Oh yeah, like the stunt butthole or whatever, like from Greasy Strangler. The stand-in ass. True. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Thanks to the bits, DJ. Yeah, no, it was a real thing. On The Greasy Strangler, which I know is a movie none of you have ever even fucking heard of, there's a scene where the guy makes his asshole talk, but the main character, or the character, like the actual actor, didn't want to actually have his asshole like that, so then they just had another guy do it. Thanks to the Prime plaque. At least that's word on the street, at least. That's what I've heard. He's a bits vigilante. Brute force Charlie into Hollywood. I would never want to be in Hollywood. I just want like little fucking goofy roles and things. I'd go out there, do my like week of filming, be done. Hollywood's an evil fucking place, man. Thanks the resub blip. And the resub Templar. And Clayton. And the resub Squid. Tedros half brother. Oh my god, I would have loved to be in the Idol. That would have been a dream role. If I could have been like one of the like mind controlled cult members of Tedros, holy shit, but I'm like one that can't sing. That would have been amazing. Thanks to the bits smash. And the resub Espion. Oh, I think The Weeknd and I would have had great chemistry. Like when he's barking the orders at Lily Rose Depp, where he says like, "Yes, fucking spread that tight little pussy for me." I could be like next to him and be like, "No, she can't spread it any further." Like we could bounce off each other really well, I think. He's the Prime DJ in the resub Dal 2. Have you seen... I can't even pronounce that word. Go. I'm not even going to try. There's so many, like, accent marks on it. What the fuck? No, I've never seen that movie, though. Thoughts on Skill Up's Final Fantasy 16 review? I haven't watched it, but I heard you didn't like it, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Did you create a backstage profile? Yeah. Chelsea made one for me. She put some wacky shit on there, and I can't remember what was there now. There's the resub Segwin. We're looking now, Thrax. We've got a couple good options. Just need to settle on one. Thanks to Resub Mobster. Have you seen the price of BlizzCon tickets? Did I talk about that or not? I can't remember if I talked about that on stream or just with my friends. Because this is just legitimately embarrassing. Yeah, I saw the BlizzCon ticket prices. This shit is such a fucking joke, it's unreal. Look at this. For general admin, it's $300 and your portal pass is $800. And I decided to look up previous year ticket prices because I was curious if it's always been like this. So the last BlizzCon in 2019 or whatever, general admin was $200 and portal pass was $500. But they had another upper echelon ticket that was $800, but you got to eat with like the Blizzard team. So you got like an all day, all express pass plus like dinner and lunch or whatever with the Blizzard team, as opposed to just the portal pass. So this is the exact pass as the $500 one in 2019, it seems. This is just a blatant scam. These prices are outrageous. Thanks to Tier 1 held in the resub Dusty in the Prime shoes. I bought the Portal Pass in 2019. It was a waste of money. The VIP room had a bowl of Snickers and a bottle of water. Sounds like you got your money's worth, brother. Congrats. Hey, Simple Flips. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the resub. Thanks for the Prime. Mex. Have you watched The Outsiders? No, but I've heard a lot about it. Exhibits Threx. No, I don't have any. No, there's not even a meet and greet here, is there? Am I missing something? You're paying 800 and you don't even get like a meet and greet with the Blizzard team, which is probably for the best, like for your own safety, actually. Even though I think they got rid of all the bad actors from everything I've read, better safe than sorry. It says right there, where? Separate registry line, security line, early convention, exclusive port. This is so low I can't, or so small I can't really read it. Hold on. Private viewing lounge, private concession, gameplay experience, concierge support. Oh, the Blizzard employee meet and greet. You're right. Sorry, I couldn't read it, so I just didn't bother. Okay. Yeah, no, looks like you do get to meet them. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Loaf, and the resub cable. The Prime Alpha. But this really is an outrageous ask. I don't know why they would make it so fucking expensive, I really don't. Thanks for the resub, Flush. All this just to announce some Overwatch story mode? Wow, I got bad news for you. I just read an announcement that they have to push the next PvE drop story mode to 2024. And I don't think you'll be seeing much of that at BlizzCon. Thanks to resub Lilith. And Flesh. Have I played Going Medieval? No, I have not. Maybe they'll announce a new co-op commander in StarCraft 2. Actually, StarCraft 2 announcements would be fucking hype, I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about StarCraft 2 the other day, actually. That game is so good. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go fill up my water real quick. I'll be right back. Thanks for resub, Clout. I am back. Thanks for some Rick. And Adamant. And the bits corporate and the prime manly. No idea corporate. Thanks prime rogue. Why has humanity collectively or selectively bred wolves to dogs, but not a plant to suck our Johnson? Well, nutsack attack, you pose an interesting scientific inquiry. I too have pondered that very thing. I'm not sure. But if there was anyone that would ever have bred a plant to suck our cocks, it probably would have been Haber. He was on to something. Now that ship has sailed. Thanks, Resub Crimson in Tier 1 Pit and the Resub Beto. The penis fly trap would go hard. I mean, it's really a pretty interesting idea. Legitimately. My buddy Eric grew plants like that back in 06. I've got to know if you're the guy that says my buddy Eric to legitimately everything ever. Hold on. Where'd your name go? No, you've just adopted the meme. You're not the progenitor of it. Easy give sub commander. That one always puts a smile on my face, yeah. Thanks to resub Lunar. Just bought Metal Gear Rising. You'll love it. You'll fucking love it. Plants don't move, though? What are you talking about? Yeah, they do. Not fast, but some of them do. Like the Venus flytrap, for instance. It's a fucking carnivorous plant. Things a resub impounded. Maybe Wisteria. I hope so. Thanks a Bitstrex. Love Jujutsu Kaisen. Thanks a Tier 1 dev. Thanks to the Prime Cat. How would you compare yourself to LeBron James when it comes to acting? LeBron James is always pretty formidable when it comes to acting. I'd say I'm on his level, though, comfortably. Thanks for resub, Devin. Yeah, I'd say Starforge Irving. Thanks, Resub Devon. Is getting a backstage profile worth it? Can it actually get you roles? I don't know. I haven't got any. I have not got a single fucking role from backstage. What do you want? When I got in the Hunger Games, it was an open audition casting call that they posted. And I didn't have an account. I just emailed. Have you been playing any Diablo 4? I haven't in a little while, actually. Oh, yikes. That was a waste of 100, brother. Don't do that again. That is a worthless feature. Shit is a scam. I appreciate where your heart was, but don't do that again. You got scammed. Yeah, it's a terrible feature. It's a fucking terrible feature. Thanks for the bits, man. Appreciate it, Punished. Not only a bad feature, but derails conversation. No, I don't think that's necessary. Like, for example, it works on YouTube. Like, super chats work there because it's not a scam. it's legitimately not a scam. Here it is. Thanks, Resub KB. What's the difference? On Twitch, your hype chats are 70-30 to the streamer, so they take 30% of your donation, and you incur a 5% fee just for doing it. So that message from him gave Twitch $35 out of the $105 he spent. Isn't YouTube also 70-30? Not for super chats. I don't think donations are 70-30. But I haven't looked. I haven't checked in a long time. But the big thing about it is they don't make you incur a 5% fee just for doing it. That much I know for sure because I did look at that. I'm curious, so let me see. Let's see in the help forums. So it looks like a 70-30 rev split on memberships, but it's not saying anything on super chats. Oh, here's in the terms. Except as otherwise agreed to in this addendum and subject to sections 5.1c, Google will pay provider an amount equal to 70% multiplied by greater of commerce. Wait, this is still memberships. Where's super chats? Here's the fee. It's a 2% fee for the handling of credit cards, the processing fee. Doesn't say anything about their cut here though. Don't pretend like you actually deserve something more than 70-30 delusional streamers. Brother, what? That's not even the... Your mind is so corrupted. That's not even the point. When someone does a donation, they're not donating $30 to the company. The reason they do it is for the streamer they're watching. For example, are you going to your store right now and giving $30 anytime you buy something just to the store on top of whatever you're paying on tax? I doubt it. Just to say good work, store? That's a stupid take, man. Thanks to the resub fast in KB. Oh, the 10 punished. Thank you for that. This guy tips his landlord. True. But this is what I was talking about, by the way. I legitimately would love a world where I wouldn't need to worry about like subs or donos or anything. I have had donations off for years, but I can't turn off hype chats. You're not allowed to opt out. And I can't turn off bits or any of that. But I would love to be able to have like an actual contract to not worry about that. So that way you guys can just watch for free. I'd prefer that, which is why I wish contracts were more normalized as opposed to just being Kick and Rumble doing them right now. YouTube stopped. They don't do contracts anymore. The only thing they do is renew, and Twitch has also got rid of contracts as well. Thanks a resub 3. Why did they get rid of contracts? Because they didn't need to do them anymore. The reason YouTube did contracts in the beginning is because Twitch had the largest part of the market share and it was really hard to get people to come to YouTube organically, but Twitch keeps fucking itself and fumbling. They don't need to do contracts anymore. People go to YouTube for free, like me, once my contract is up here. So they don't need to do contracts anymore, so why would they? And Twitch phased out contracts because they're really struggling to make any kind of profit off this platform because they can't figure out how to fucking monetize it at all. How should it be monetized? Well, they're very bad at ad spend. Legitimately, Twitch is horrible at selling ads on this platform. I'm sure you guys have noticed, you get the same ads every single day. Their bucket of ads is laughably small. For example, one day will go by and it's literally all DraftKings ads, like all day. And today you guys were mentioning that it's pretty much all Insidious Red Door ads. You get the same ads served to you on every fucking stream for a long period of time with no variance. They are very bad at selling ads. They don't know how to do it. They're also very bad at monetizing VODs, which is a big untapped market which YouTube excels at. But I think the number one thing that really fucks Twitch is how bloated they are as a company. Twitch has hired so many people, and even after firing like a third of the company, I still think they're too bloated. Like, I feel like half the employees don't actually do anything. Like, they're not rolling out features constantly. They're not fixing things. They're not fast on things. Like, it feels like it's significantly overhired through COVID and still hasn't fully adjusted. Thanks to resub Blorpso. But that's just pure speculation. Thanks the resub Gremlin. Yeah, BlizzCon's back. It's the first one in like 3 years or something. And for the low price of $300 or $800, you can go. Yippee. Thanks for the 5 punished. Appreciate it, man. Thanks a bits, Javon. Doing alright. What's your opinion on the new CEO? I legitimately think Dan is an extremely nice guy. And him streaming on Twitch to like try and engage with the community is a great step in the right direction. But I don't think Dan has a ton of power to actually make changes at Twitch. I think the only thing he can do is be the mouthpiece for Twitch. And I really do actually think he is a nice person. And it seems like he actually wants what's best for the platform, but can only do so much. Thanks the Prime deal. And the Prime chilled. And the 5 rude. Thank you for that. You still hop on Street Fighter? Yeah, we were on there the other night actually grinding Marisa. And the Prime Bayonet. Have you talked to Dan? I have. I actually had a phone call with Dan like, what, 2 months ago-ish? It was actually about the contract, because we've been trying to reach an amicable decision to, you know, not have me on a Twitch contract anymore. And Dan reached out wanting to talk about it. He was super nice. He's like, totally understand. You definitely have my blessing on it, but it's not up to me. Like he said that. He said it's not really my decision to make, so I'll try and ping the teams in order to see if we can get this canceled. So like I said, I think he is like a good guy with legitimately good intentions, but he is not the one with the power at Twitch. He can only do so much. He's beholden to the shareholders and whatever internal Illuminati structure is there, I guess. But I do legitimately like him. Thanks to resub Joji. It's mainly a legal issue. It's not. There's a clause in the contract that says if Twitch and party reach an amicable decision to just split or break the contract, it's completely fine. It is literally baked into the Twitch contract that if Twitch says it's okay, it's okay. It's not a legal issue. It is in plain writing, clear as day. It could legitimately be a 5-second decision, but it's been in limbo for 2 months now. Thanks to give sub broski in the bits Costco. No, I'll still stream on Twitch after contract. I really do want to try YouTube. Like I said, I want to do the MWL as a live stream at some point, and I think it goes so hard on YouTube in particular. Like, I really like the idea of doing, like, bigger things on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. And I've legitimately lost a lot of faith in the platforms like longevity on Twitch. So I really want to try YouTube. That's the big thing. Thanks, you resub garlic. Yeah, discoverability on YouTube's fucking horrible. But discoverability on Twitch isn't very good either anymore. That used to be one of Twitch's strongest points, and now I think it's completely not there at all anymore. Most people will tell you discoverability on Twitch is pretty shit now too. But I also think that's just the market getting so full, so saturated. I don't know if there's necessarily anything that can be done to solve that. That's just top heaviness of live streaming. Yeah, that's the sad reality of it. Thanks to gifts of Pringle. Disperse the viewers by hosting. See, I wish that worked. I have, for the entirety of me being on Twitch, I have always rated someone after stream to smaller streamers, but it doesn't guarantee that the streamers get an audience. Like, that just, it helps, I guess, a very little bit in the beginning, and that's it. Like, for like actually an hour before everyone leaves at most. For example, Umbrella. Umbrella used to grind 20 hours pretty much every day to try and help raise money, like, for his mom, who needs surgery. So I'd raid Umbrella all the time, and you guys know that. I've raided Umbrella a ton of times. But when I don't raid him, he sits at like 6 viewers. And that's with like 2 years worth of like raids. It just, no matter what, you're not guaranteed an audience, even if you get like a spotlight put onto you. Because people go to the platforms just to watch whoever their comfort streamer is, and they usually don't trickle down anywhere else. Which is a shame. You have to carve out your own identity and organically grow on the platforms and get lucky. But then there's other examples of times it does work, like Nicewig. Nicewig got his start because he ended up in Dizzy's game on Apex, and Dizzy raided him. And that gave him the jump start and the motivation he needed to commit extremely hard to content and blow up that way. So it's all just about luck. And hosting and raiding isn't guaranteed to make someone grow. Thanks for the Anonymous 5. Appreciate that. And there's some Matt, Fia, and another anonymous one. How much is luck compared to being unique and entertaining enough? I'd say it's mostly luck. The only thing you can control is consistency. Being unique and entertaining, you could be the most unique and entertaining person ever, but people might not find you. But if they do find you and you're unique and entertaining, there's a good chance they stick around. So, you need to get lucky in order for them to find you first, though. Thanks a bits, Joji. Doing alright, hope you're doing well. Many also don't want to watch small streamers because they're small streamers. I think that's a very small group of people. I think as long as people are entertained, they don't care how big the person is. In fact, a lot of people have a sense of pride in finding someone small that's entertaining. Shit, I mean, that's an entire culture. Hipsters. So I don't think that's a big part of it. People get mad when they go mainstream and try to gatekeep the thing they found when it wasn't popular. I don't really see that with streamers, but if you're talking about music, yeah. Fuck, that shit happens all the time in the metal community. That shit is so frustrating. Like Bad Omens. I've liked Bad Omens for a long time, and seeing them grow I think it's extraordinary. I'm super happy to see it. But there's so many people that hate them now because of it. Even though they're still good. But now they hate it because they're big. It's so prevalent in metal. Sleep Token is another good one. People hate Sleep Token now because they're big. It's fucking frustrating. Like, they don't want them to succeed. They want them to stay their obscure little, like, unknown thing that they found. Been streaming for almost 2 years, barely gathered 400 followers, starting to lose motivation. What do you recommend? I don't have a good recommendation, man. Like I said, and I've said this literally since I started YouTube, boils down a lot to luck. The only thing you can control is consistency and preparing yourself if you do get that lucky break to try and keep people hooked. That's it. That's all you can do. So you might as well just enjoy it. So I hope you've been enjoying the streaming, otherwise it's truly not worth it. Thanks, Resub Hydrogen. Oh, I guess since you're talking about streaming, another thing you can do, chat pointed it out, is a good point. Post your shit on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all that. Then that's doing the most you can do. Thanks, Resub Oaksta. And the Resub Mervin and Tan. Ko says that almost none of it is luck based, if I remember correctly, and that it's motivation based than anything. I like him a lot, but I highly disagree if that is his take. Legitimately. There's only two things you can control, which is consistency and preparing yourself if you do get the lucky break. That's it. Everything else is literal cope. Unless you're like Mr. Beast and you come from like a privileged upbringing, you can get like not that Mr. Beast came from a privileged upbringing. I'm talking now. If Mr. Beast was to start from scratch, you could do like a fast pass to success through being able to pay for unique content. 100% you can. But that's not going to be the case for everybody. Luck is legitimately a huge factor in success when it comes to a super saturated market like streaming. 100%. Thanks, Resub Forza. You can be the most motivated motherfucker on the planet. Again, I'm going to use Umbrella as an example because his hours were literally XQC hours, grinding 20 hours a day. He was also one of like the top Apex players for a while. Like everything he was doing was intense grinding, intense motivation, putting the work in, and he couldn't make a living off it and averaged like literally 6 viewers. That was even after a ton of raids from me as well as other members of the Apex community, and it's just didn't work out. And now he's enlisted. It's not just going to be motivation. There's so much more to it than that. And there's also going to be a level of being able to hold on to the people that find you through a lucky break if it happens. So you're going to need to like be very entertaining. And I think under pressure, like if you've never had people come see you, under pressure, you might drop the ball and they don't come back. Because again, trickle down doesn't happen in streaming. People go on Twitch, go on YouTube just to watch whatever streamer they like. When they're offline, they'll go to their second favorite streamer, then their third. It's very rare that they explore like small streamers. Doesn't happen. Which is why Twitch is so fucking top heavy. Things a bit Blake and Beef. And the resub Dusty. Yeah, true, Jay. But sometimes it's just the nature of it, unfortunately. How to fix it, though? You don't. There's not a solution to it. That's actual life. You know the expression, it's not, oh god, what is it? This is an old one. It's not what you know, it's who you know, I think is what it is. In a lot of cases, that applies to streaming as well. But even in this case, even if it's who you know, you're not guaranteed shit. Because again, people will just fucking leave within the first like 5 seconds of a raid if you don't start jingling those keys immediately. Thanks, Resub Green. Do it like a hobby, not a job. That way you're good either way. Yep. 100%. It boils down to getting lucky, so you might as well just enjoy it. Otherwise, it's not worth your time. Then at least you won't have wasted everything for it. TikTok fame first, then plug Twitch in. It's not a bad strategy. Thanks, Resub Grape. That could work. Do you think there's a difference between female and male streamers in terms of getting big? Yeah, but not in the way you think. I've said this since day fucking one. I feel bad for female streamers, especially the smaller ones. Those communities are fucking awful. Like scary. Like actual scary people. I don't know how women on Twitch commit to getting big on this platform. When I used to go through the categories and like do donations to smaller streamers pretty often, when I'd go to like a female stream in the lower parts of the category, the chat was fucking unhinged. I don't know how they'd stick with it. It's fucking brutal. It's weird. There's weirdos there. I was fucking afraid of them. Yeah, turn that shit off. Examples? I didn't put this. I don't remember if I talked about this or not. I donated like 50 gift subs to a streamer. I think she was playing Duel Links. I can't remember if it was Duel Links or not. And the second I did that, one of her top gifters got so fucking upset. Like, who is this guy? Do you know this guy? Who just did this? Who was that? And then he one-upped me. He's like, I can't have that. This is ridiculous. Don't come around here ever again. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. This man lost his fucking mind. I stepped on his turf, I guess. Like, they get legitimately possessive. It was horrifying. It was horrifying. You're not that guy, pal. Fucking true. That was a real you're not that guy, pal moment. Who's worse, Twitch mod, Discord mod, or Reddit mod? I'd say probably Reddit mods right now. I'm still really disappointed they didn't stick with their protest. It was super effective. So definitely Reddit mods, I'd say. They had a legitimate chance to make a difference and then gave up once the mod power was threatened. Thanks to the Bits Electro. No. Brace for impact though, Joji. That's a hard speed run. Especially like for one of your first ones. Thanks to the resub JPL. You watched the last episode of The Idol? Yeah, I already did the recap on it. It was abhorrent. That was a fucking stinker. That shit was ass. That was a horrible show. I can't believe it even got made. These are the resub cookies in dub. You an MMO guy? Not really. My favorite game of all time is an MMO though, City of Heroes. And I just maxed in RuneScape, but those are really the only two MMOs. Recently got into World of Warcraft, because the raids are fun. I don't think it's bad, Joji. I think it's okay. I think the show's alright. Yeah, I went to Canada once in 6th grade. It's the only time I ever left the country. Thanks, Resub Sam. Does Warframe count as an MMO? That's a good question. I never really know. If it does, then Warframe as well. Warframe was my most played game on Steam for a long, long time. It still is like my top 3 most played on Steam. I love Warframe. Thanks, Resubcorn. Yeah, I watched Euphoria. I didn't really like it that much. I didn't get super into it, but I know everyone else loved it. There's the prime turns. And the resub acting male. Hope you're doing well. Your subscribo. Witcher's last season dropped. I know, I already said I'm not going to watch it, I don't think. Henry Cavill's not even coming back for season 4. What the fuck is the point? It just feels like a waste of time. Thanks for your sub, James and Cap. I did blurp. We talked about that a bit earlier. Like yesterday. I think it's very sad though, unfortunately. Didn't turn a huge profit or anything. Thanks for your sub, Ann. Thanks for the bits, Dragon. I want tips. Oh, there's absolutely no tips for that, brother. That's exactly what I was just saying about streaming and all that. Again, a lot of it's going to come down to getting lucky. So just make sure you're making what you enjoy making. These BlizzCon prices, wow. What, you guys don't have dollars? It's only 300. Come on. You have wallets, don't you? Thanks, Resub Who Tradition. Thanks, Resub Darian. Plus travel and expenses. Well, I mean, duh. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Flaccid. They're giving these tickets away, I tell you. Fucking giving them away. No, I haven't read that one, Joji. Thanks for your sub, Mike. Any more tier lists coming soon? Today we ate everything on the Taco Bell menu, so we tier listed those. Thanks for gift sub, Versi. What's the most ads you can run 3 minutes worth? I think that's the highest. I don't think there's anything above that. There's 5 gift subs, Versi. No, I felt fine. I don't really eat Taco Bell often, so I was really blown away by the quality of the food. It was like actually good. We did the same thing with Burger King like 6 months ago, and that felt like we cheated death when we were done. But I actually felt good after Taco Bell. Thanks to resub, Saito and Edgy. And the 5, Joji. Thank you for that. And the resub, Zach. No, I legitimately felt fine. Like I'm not hiding anything. I felt fine. I didn't take a explosive shit. I didn't feel a big tummy ache or anything. The Taco Bell just sat really nicely in my stomach. It was like very high quality stuff. It had some stinkers though, like there were some pretty bad options on the menu, but overall, it was more hits than misses. Taco Bell got that elementary school lettuce. Yeah, I'm not a big lettuce guy in the first place, but I didn't hate it. Thanks to resub thinking. You should do a foreign foods tier list. We kind of did with the Australian Apex squad. They brought a bunch of Australian exclusive snacks, so we compared them to the American counterparts. I'll spoil that one too. The Australian snacks were so much fucking better, it's unreal. We just got like the most common American snacks ever to compare them to that they hadn't tried. And like, that was a lot of Little Debbie's. And I haven't had anything Little Debbie's since I was a kid. It's impossible to eat as an adult. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. Oh my, cosmic brownies, fucking moon pies. It was awful. Thanks to Prime Toby and the resub Ginger. Yeah, we've got a couple targets, Joji, so we're just deciding on one. Honey buns are decent. I think we did honey buns. I actually can't even remember now. We had so many. You're a health nut now? I still enjoy like unhealthy food though. What do you mean? And it wasn't just me. They fucking hated them. I'll spoil this. It's not in the video. This right when we finished doing the Australian snacks versus American snacks, and all of the Australians fucking hated everything Little Debbie, especially moon pies. Or it was either moon pies or cosmic brownies. I don't remember which one they hated more. But right when we finished, about 2 hours later, Waltzy got an insufferable toothache, was up all night, and then had to get his wisdom tooth taken out because it had been like rotted or something from like all of the sugar instantly. I guess he wasn't used to. He had like an abscess pop up on it, so he had to get his wisdom tooth taken out here. Right after we did our fucking American snacks. Probably not causation, but the correlation is amazing. Right when we fucking finish eating all of these snacks, he gets a crazy toothache, and they had to pull it. There's the gift sub. Cool tier. Is he good now? Oh yeah, he's fine now. They were clapping cheeks today in scrims too. Bro got the freedom curse. Yeah, the freedom to consume inhumane levels of sugar. These are resub stars. And thanks to the. Oh, whoa, Jesus Christ. God damn, man. Appreciate the fat drop. Thank you for that. That was super nice. Thanks, acting male. Yeah, I watched the video. I didn't watch it on stream. I watched it yesterday. These are the 5 rude. What's your guilty pleasure when it comes to food besides Oreos? What do you mean besides Oreos? That is like legitimately my biggest guilty pleasure when it comes to junk food. If not Oreos, I don't even know what else. Really just kind of Oreos. That's the only one. Thanks, Joji. Which ones? Double stuffed. Appreciate it, Joji. There's the resub do. Do you like normal Oreos best? No, double stuffed. When is the first Street Fighter tournament? Do you mean like LAN? I'm not sure when the next LAN is, but both Hotashi and Just a Kid were in a Street Fighter tournament today. Just a Kid was in Can Opener and Hotashi was in the ICF. I believe Just a Kid got 9th. And I don't know where Hotashi finished. I was watching right before hopping on stream. But he was right next to top 8. I'll start pretty soon, Joji. Do you know how soy is in everything we eat and it boosts estrogen? Well, yeah, soy is in pretty much everything in some capacity for the most part. From what I remember reading, there is a correlation between soy and higher estrogen levels. But it's not like horrible for you or anything. Is your resub Cage? Is phytoestrogen not the same thing at all? No. Like actual. Hold on. Unless it's different now. But like edamame, for example. From what I recall, it has an actual measurable impact on your estrogen levels. Here, let me see if I can pull it up. But if you're talking about what the fuck are these things called? I think they're like isoflavones or something. Those, I think, is what you're referring to. Because those produce an estrogen-like effect in the body. Where's the edamame studies? God, there's so much on this now. Oh my god. There's so many soy studies. Okay, here. Oh no, you're right. Even edamame is phytoestrogen. No, you're right. Thanks, resub done. You eating a lot of estrogen? I don't think so. I don't know. A little bit of estrogen's good for you, especially your hair. I mean, soy is in a lot of things these days. Thanks, resub, Zach. Forget about soy. Stop eating microplastics. Man, do I have bad news for you. That ship has sailed. We are way past that point. Actually, everything has microplastics in it now. The fucking soil has microplastics in it now. Literally everything. So we're way past that. The rain has microplastics. I mean, I didn't know that, but I believe it. I don't feel like looking it up. I'll take you at your word. That sounds about right. You see the 60K microscopic handbag? No, that sounds hype though. I'll take a peek. What are these articles? I've never even heard of these. New York-based art collective Mischief has made waves in the world of luxury handbags with its latest creation, the microscopic handbag. Measuring less than 0.03 inches wide, it's nearly invisible to the naked eye when placed on a fingertip, but fetched an astonishing price of 60K. Oh, 60,000 euros. Love to hear that. Literally a microplastic. True. Thanks to Prime Bane and the resub Bradley. Plankton got a new Louis. True. Nice. It's pretty cool though. I love that. Do you think we will evolve to withstand microplastics? Well, we currently already do to a certain level. It's the long-term effects that are scary. I mentioned this a while ago. I think it was like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. There was a study that came out that did like a long-form thing on microplastics, and they found that like across generations, it leads to like a smaller penis size or something like that. So I pretty much stopped drinking bottled water on the spot. I was like, I'm just not even gonna fuck with it. I'm not even gonna risk it. This is a prime Titaro. Now you're just reaching. No, that was a real study. What do you mean? I even pulled this up on stream back then, too. Microplastics are like everything that you can imagine is a problem microplastics cause, or can cause over time. And here it is. It was 2018, so a little more than 3 years ago. But it was a study that came out talking about microplastics and the shrinking penis phenomenon. But it looks like it takes a couple of decades. These are 5 gift subs. Hot dad. Is that really a big deal? Yes! What do you mean? I've said this before. Microplastics are like an actual mystery to me, like how that even happens. Like, I feel, and it's actually incredible how common they are. Like, micro penises are not that rare. Hold on, let me double check. We've had this whole conversation before, but it's been a while. 1.5 out of every 10,000. So 1.5 out of every 10,000 people are born with a micropenis. Which, yes, that's, it's not the largest number, but just think about that. That's a lot more than I would expect. Because that is like the most crucial thing. Like when you're developing, I feel like how does that not get priority? Like the first thing that develops when you're a baby is your asshole. And I feel like the second thing would probably be your wiener. Like I don't know how it like gets neglected like that. But you also have to keep in mind the definition of a micropenis. Hold on. I think it's defined as less than 3 inches. Yeah, it is 3.6 inches. So there's some people that just barely slip by on technicality. That aren't clinical micropenises, but they're not far off either. Like the tier 1 Zoro. Which again, blows my mind. Because I feel like that'd be one of the first things that would develop on like a human being in the womb. Hard or soft? Oh, no. Like, hard. Not soft. Don't panic. Jesus, don't panic. All of chat was about to have a fucking existential crisis. No, it's hard. Not soft. I think we did that one time, Joji. I think we looked that up. Man, that is just so sad. Oh wow, the Wikipedia page is aggressive. They just have micro wieners on the page with pictures. I'm glad I didn't bring that up on stream. What the fuck was that? Wikipedia's gotten real loosey-goosey with what they allow on just like the homepage there when you go to an article. We looked up the list of inventors that killed themselves with their own invention, and they just had a man like killing himself with an invention, a GIF on the Wikipedia page, and this one's just actual penises. There's a resub, GCTA and Brian, the Prime Benito. So small they don't count as toss, Sag. No, they'd definitely be toss. It's not like you'd mistake it for something else. He's a resub smart. Probably one in here. Statistically speaking, there is 1.5 micro penis users in here. Micro penis havers. It could even be you. Can't trust anyone. Have you seen how Liam Neeson pees himself in public on purpose? No, can't say I've seen that. I'll look it up, but that sounds like baloney. Why does Liam Neeson urinate himself? Oh, he actually... Well, he has like a legitimate condition. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, I thought it was like a joke thing. No, he actually has a condition. It's called paruresis. Wow. Interesting. I had no idea. He has a particular set of skills. He seems to take it in good spirits, so I think it's fine to giggle. Apparently, he's seen good success with hypnosis and CBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy, not cock and ball torture. I realized those share the same acronym. Thanks to tier 1 Zele and the resub Zarev. And thanks to the resub Awesome and Ducky. I don't know if I don't think he wears like a diaper or anything, man. I think it's just one of those things where, like, he has ways of mitigating it in public. So I don't think he needs to take drastic measures. Has he ever peed himself on the red carpet? I don't think so. The article was saying that it's not even well known. So I'm guessing that hasn't happened yet. There's a YouTuber named Kevin Leonard who used Nair on his butthole on camera. People keep saying that. Is this like a really popular video or something? Let me see. How to douche your butt. A detailed guide. How to safely shave your pubes. What? Cool. YouTube allows that when it's educational. This seems more like it's some kind of fetish, though. How my stepdad's adult videos... Okay, yeah, this... What? Wait. Butt plugs. How to finger your butt. Why you need to shart after he comes in your butt. Oh my. And it just shows like full nudity? That's wild on YouTube? God damn. I mean, it's educational. I mean, yeah, it is educational, I suppose. Someone's got to teach you how to use Nair on your chocolate starfish, I guess. The thumbnails can go crazy. It's just a picture of him smiling and it says, Nair on butt. It's pretty cool. Thanks to Resub Savvy. He literally goatsies his ass 3 seconds into the video. I mean, it's only a 3-minute video, so at the very least, he's not putting any filler content for the mid-rolls. He's right into the here's how you nair your butt. That's wild. Yeah, these videos are extremely popular. The nairing your butt has 8.7 million views in 9 days. He's a star. That's cool, Blorp. What's a nair? It's that thing that like burns your hair off. It's supposed to be for like, you know, if you want to get rid of your armpit hair, you nair it. That kind of thing. Yeah, actually Goat sees the camera on YouTube. Again, man, this isn't surprising. This is there's an entire subsection of YouTube that's all like nudity for educational purposes. There's a literal sex tutorial on YouTube that's just porn. It skirts the rules. React to the Nair video. Brother, no, why? I've seen Goatsy, I know how this goes. Shave your asshole for a video now? Nah. I shaved my ass a couple times. Like, not with Nair or anything like that. I didn't chemically obliterate the hair on my ass. But I tried to do it to get rid of swamp ass because I thought it would help. because it's always hot in Florida. So I used to get swamp ass pretty bad. It didn't help. It just made it a lot worse. It just made it like much damper. Because at least the hair worked as like some kind of like shag carpet to catch it, so it didn't just make my cheeks all slippery. But once that was gone, they were able to just fucking flood. So it didn't help with the swamp ass, long story short. So I don't bother doing it anymore. Did you ever cure it? Yeah, it actually just kind of went away when I got older. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, my ass just stopped being swampy as I aged. Thanks, a resub cookie. Maybe out of fear. Didn't want to be shaved again, so it stopped. Ass dried up. Yeah. Out of swamp juice. Which is a good thing. I'm happy that it's no longer a real issue. Childhood allergies? Brother, you think I was shaving my ass as a child? What the fuck? No, man, I was like in college. No, it wasn't childhood allergies that caused my swamp ass. No. It had nothing to do with anything. I love that idea, though, that you could have an allergic reaction to something and your ass just gets swampy. Like, oh my god, wait, is there peanuts in this? Oh god, no. You just fucking leaking out your pants. Fuck! I told you no peanuts, damn it! God, blast! That would be miserable. True. Very true. Should see a doctor if your ass is leaking. Well, I mean, if your ass is leaking, maybe yeah. But swamp ass is super normal. Just sweat. It's just sweat, and it gets swampy because it's. I mean, it's a fucking brown balloon knot, so it's gonna be swampy. My asshole does not sweat. I don't know why you're coming in here and lying. You're not impressing anyone, big man. Everyone's ass sweats. Like your whole body is literally designed to sweat. Just different levels of it. Maybe you live a pretty sedentary life and you haven't noticed it. This was very brave of you. My ass sweats a lot sometimes. I'll leave spots on a fabric seat. You're among friends here, pal. Don't worry. This is a no judgment zone. Thanks for resub, Titanic. Well, that's what brought up this whole conversation topic, is that Nair butthole video. Thanks for resub. H in. Someone said, ever left a snail trail? That's an expression I haven't heard in fucking years. Oh yeah, we've been getting into scientific topics for the last hour. Fucking microplastics, phytoestrogen from soy, now swamp ass. Yeah, we've covered pretty much all of the main anatomy and physiology 101 course topics, honestly. We got the whole goddamn rubric knocked out. There's the prime eternity. The resub god's silliest. These are some fucking stupid ass terms, brother. Mud butt. This is fucking dumb now. You're not even being scientific anymore. We're trying to have a legitimate conversation. You're tossing out kitty terms here. Fucking mud butt. It's called swamp ass. Have some culture. No, I don't know. I've never heard the term before. Maybe it is. Yeah, we've just left Science Hour now, Tashi. Also, I was watching your tournament runs today. Looking pretty clean. Thanks for the bits, bruh. No, the Marisa was looking good, man. I think Marisa is an extremely strong character. Everyone seems to be waking up to how strong Marisa is. I think you were looking pretty good. I didn't get to see your last couple of matches, though. It was right before I went live. Thanks for the bits, Bobby. This handbag can't possibly be real. Well, apparently it is. It sold for 60K. I believe it. Money laundering through art. We've been there, done that. Oldest scam in the book. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night there. I'm getting a little tired now. Alright, thanks for tuning in. New subs, welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Thanks for subbing. Enjoy the emotes. See you tomorrow. Let's see who's streaming. Let's see. Man, Caleb is still fucking going. His Valorant grind doesn't stop. I'll just throw you there tonight. I tossed you to space last night, I think. So I'll toss you to Caleb. Thanks, Resublimin.